Yeah, it's me. I'm back doing what should be my final uh, update video before my surgery next week. So turn down the music here. Wait, hold on. What's that? God, I hate being blind. Um, so yeah, it is now Saturday morning, which means I've only got a few more days until my long-awaited surgical date. And yeah, it's I never thought I'd see the day come. I mean, I'm not gonna uh, count my chickens before they hatch, because I still have to get down there twice. I have to get it to my ride to get down there and bring me in before I can safely say that everything's all well and good. So maybe it's a little preemptive of me to be celebrating at this point, but I got the time off from work approved. I have a medical leave scheduled for the entire month of October, so I'll be able to recover when I get home, at least as much as I can for those 4 weeks. Beyond that, yeah, it's hard to say. I don't know if I'm going to heal faster than most people, if I'm going to heal slower. Uh, the restrictions that they give me right away after the surgery, mm, it's going to be kind of rough. They tell me that I can't lift more than 10 pounds, um, which poses a massive problem for the cat, unfortunately, as she's closer to 15 pounds. So can't lift her up. And she likes to lay here. So that may be an issue as well. Uh, and of course, when I go back to work, I need to be able to lift 50 pounds. Yeah, so I don't know if I can easily transition back from a 10-pound limit to a 50-pound limit in 4 weeks or not. I don't know if that's realistic or not. My fingers are crossed about that. Um, but yeah, I mean, at any rate, this is something that I've needed to do for a long time. Truthfully, I would like to wait on it. Wait until next year or even the year after. However, with politics as they are, I don't know if that's even going to be an option for me in a year. Just because we've got the psycho in chief over in Washington, who has a massive cactus up his ass about trans people. So I don't know. And, and of course we got a Republican Congress that supports him in everything that it does. So there's no stopping it in Washington outside of temporary injunctions. So unfortunately, the Democrats do fuck all when it comes to ensuring our rights and our safety. So basically, I just gotta hope and pray that I can get everything done in time. So, which brings me to where I'm at right now. I mean, ideally, I want to give it one more year before I made the decision to get the top surgery. But in a year from now, it's doubtful I'll have that option. I mean, hell, I'll probably not even be alive by then. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Although speaking of being alive, um, might be a little bit heavy of a topic, but I think I did mention that at one point. But now that the date's passed, I think I can more openly talk about it. So, in the aftermath of last November's debacle, you know, the the atrocity that was the 2024 election, I was so despondent over everything, just completely taken by despair. And as January came, February, it didn't get any better. It actually got worse and worse, to the point that I finally decided that unless things improved massively, I had picked out a date to where I would get everything ready. I'd compile a playlist, record some videos, which would have been uploaded to a scheduled playlist. Um, set for September 17th, 2025 was the date I had chosen, where I was going to. Funny thing was, I described it once in the Facebook post about how I would do it, and I said I would want it to be a warmish summer day, sunny, and where I could just relax on my bed with in a pair of shorts and a tank top, pop in some earbuds with my curated playlist, send out the, the goodbye messages, and then I hadn't yet decided. Well, actually, I never did actually decide if I was going to do pills, gunshot, or knife. But I had made the decision that if things didn't improve over the summer, I would have been gone by the end of the day on September 17th. And I really was dead set on doing it. It was my despair was that bad, and I started counting down the days. I was yeah, April came around, May, June, and I was all I was all about it. I was counting down the days. I got to 100 days. I started counting down from 99, 98, 97, and it was it's around the beginning of June, I believe it was. Maybe it's the end of May. I That was when I stumbled across the first song on YouTube from the artist Kuanano, and that was kind of the jumping off the starting point, where I had decided, I was still I was still very much intending to end it all on 9/17. But as time went on, I spent more time. I was interacting with Nano, via the YouTube comments, and they suggested one day that I should head over to Twitch and and check out their community. And I kept it in the back of my mind for a little while, but somehow that invitation uh, created a spark in me, and I actually wound up. That was what actually provided the groundwork for me to get inspired to start doing my own live streaming, which is why I'm doing so much live streaming now. Is based on those interactions I had with Nano back then, and I know that wasn't their intention when we talked back then, but just something about about creating a Twitch account and getting stuff there, And I kind of just got the idea planted in my mind that I should just go ahead and say fuck it and try streaming on my own. And I looked at my gaming library, finally just dove in, said, fuck it, let's do a game I really liked. Started doing Dragon's Dogma. And at the same time, I was also getting more involved with Nano's Twitch community, catching their live streams and everything. And I started feeling like I found kind of not really a reason to keep living, but it just felt like things didn't hurt so much anymore, you know, like uh, like I was just able to find just those little bits of joy in life again, like, and it was enough that the despair, the fear about tomorrow, all that just began to subside. Not entirely, but just enough that I could be, you know, I could make it through another day or two at a time. And it was enough, but when everything was all compiled together, it was enough to get me to back out of those plans I had for myself. And here I am, end of September, and I'm still alive. I mean, I am still absolutely terrified about my future because the Republicans want nothing less than transgenocide. I mean, come on, just you can't deny it. What they want is for us to die, whether it be by our own hands or by their hands. That's their end game. But anyway, that's a topic for another time. I just want to, just lay out there that I was absolutely, absolutely intent on ending my life back then. But through, through the whims of fate and the flow of time, things got a little better for me. So I was uh, I was just reflecting on that a few days ago. Things I don't know. I'm still not totally sold on staying alive being fully worth it. I mean, I'm not totally ruling out ending it later on down the road, but the weight has been lifted, at least for the time being. Yeah, I think someone's burning wood or something out down the road somewhere or up the hill. I'm not sure, but I just get this wood burning smell. Oh yeah, yeah. Speaking of, yeah, it took me 43 years, but what was it 2 weeks ago? 2.5 weeks ago now, I finally did something that I had never done before. I was making breakfast after work one morning, and I decided, I wanted a bagel, so I had one. Had it in the toaster. At the end of the cycle, I realized that I kind of burnt a little bit, and as I was removing it from the toaster, this god awful buzzing sound emitted from the ceiling over by the front door. In 43 years, I had never set out the smoke detector by my culinary ineptitude, but yet there I was, from a fucking bagel in the toaster. It wasn't even that burnt either. It was just slightly charred, but just it took me 43 years, and now the streak's over. I'll never go that long again. But honestly, if you can answer this for me, that'd be great. Why why is it that when they build a place like this, they make they make the construction so that the built-in smoke detectors, mine are electric, by the way, they're wired into the building. Why do they have those not even 10 feet from the kitchen? It's like it's not even that far away. It's like 6 feet from the kitchen. It's like, do they want it to go off at the slightest thing? I mean, I can understand if it was in the living room, but no, this is in the hallway right by the front door, next to the kitchen. It's like what is this? What is this baffling design decision? At least the one upstairs makes sense. It's at the top of the staircase. And anyway, I just want to say that it took me that long to finally do it. But yeah, I don't really have a whole lot more going on right now. Things at work have been a little tense for me lately. I think I went over that in one of the previous videos. How I fucked up at work, busted my elbow. Had the issue with the security cameras catching what I, the safety violation I committed that night. Where I stepped onto a grinder, and yeah, they didn't like that. They're contemplating firing me for it. But as of right now, I am on what they call the final warning or whatever. So I gotta keep my nose very clean for the next 10 months. God, I hate that I can't say that word. Months. See, I can blame that too. I've got this tooth right here. This front tooth. It's actually crooked. That's why anytime I do an S sound or the TH sound, why it doesn't sound exactly the same as regular people do, because the air escapes differently from that spot. So, fun fact, fun trivia fact, that Mila has a crooked tooth. Another fun fact about that tooth, that's the one that is nearly dead. Yeah, I think I was 16 at the time. I was playing high school gym class, and I got tripped up in the basketball game. And I on the way down, I wound up hitting right here on the chin, and that impact sent the shock through all the way into this tooth, and that just about killed it. So it's still functional, but it has almost no feeling to it whatsoever. You have to get like the most extreme cold on it to feel anything. The dentist has been watching it for about what's it been now, about 8 years now? Not No, longer than that. Shit, I did the math right. It's been 11 years they've been watching it since I went back to that dentist, and he's told me that I should expect a root canal at some point to deal with it. Sorry, not a root canal. No, sorry. He said an abscess. That's what he was talking about. That's what he's concerned about. But anyway, just random dental facts. So that's the reason why it's off color. That's the reason why it's crooked. Well, that's actually not the reason why it's crooked. It's crooked because when I was, I think, like 8 or 9 years old, I had dental surgery, because up in here there was an extra tooth blocking everything. It wouldn't come down. It wouldn't allow the adult teeth come out. The baby teeth couldn't detach properly. So they go in. They had to cut everything out. And when these two teeth came down, they the one in the front just came out a little crooked. So again, useless trivia knowledge. I'm listening to a cover of "We Will Rock You" right now. That was good God, I am so blind. Artists I've never heard of before. But yeah, speaking of covers, sorry, I'm kind of jumping all over the place here, but this is my last update before I go on hiatus. So I kind of want to cover whatever I haven't think of. So I was talking about Nano, Kua Nano, and their live streams, right? So they do a thing every month where if you have checked in for every single live stream that they do, uh, you are given the opportunity to become what they call the bug bite of the month. So Nano's thing is that they're a VTuber slash music creator whose avatar is a humanoid stag beetle, and the community as such is called Bug Bites. So Bug Bite of the month gets chosen, and the perk of that is you get to choose a song that Nano can do a short form cover of. And well, last month, or actually beginning of this month, I was chosen as the winner. And right now, still waiting on the finished product. They've been working on it, but I was chosen, and I picked the song "Demons" by Icon for Hire for them to cover. Really curious to hear how that's going to turn out. So, anyway, next week, get my boobs done. Gonna be out of commission for a while because of it. And I have a cat that is getting anxious because, of course, she is. So I'm going to end this here, and I hope to see you all again on the other side. Wish me luck, and I will post again when I actually feel up to it. Might be a week from now. I doubt it. Might be 2 weeks from now. Might not be till the end of the month. I'm not sure when, but bear with me. Anyway, with that being said, I will catch y'all later.